Hi, I'm Michael. Welcome. What we're going to be going over tonight is the snake plant. It's a wonderful plant for your home, super tough, and it does something really cool at night. So, you ready to dig in? Let's grow. As I mentioned in the intro, snake plants do something really interesting at night. And what it is that they do is that they give off a lot of oxygen. Plants obviously take in carbon dioxide and give off oxygen, which is why we love them. But snake plants at night, more than the other house plants that we have, more or less, there's a few others that do it. They give off a lot of oxygen at night. So these are really good to have in your bedroom or anywhere in your home. And another thing great about these plants in general is that they help purify your air. They're very good at taking out xylene and other volatile compounds from indoor air, and also they tend to be dust magnets. So you end up having like this plant HEPA filter cleaning your air from just regular things floating around, little dust particles and the like. And it's kind of hard to see, but we wipe this down and it just picks up, dust like crazy. So it's a really cool plant. The genus is Sansevieria, and then these are all varieties or cultivars of that. And I'll go into those in detail in a minute. But it's really interesting that these plants have adapted just through nature to provide more oxygen at night. And so we thought that would be really interesting to share with you. So what I'm going to do now is go over each of these varieties with you so that you can make a choice if you'd like to have them in your home. I'm going to start with the big boy here. This is the Sansevieria trifasciata, LAURENTII. Has this beautiful yellow variegation on the edges of the leaves. Super cool. Super low maintenance. All of them are. Love the plant. It's got some new babies coming up here. Little babies. And we have this in the guest bedroom, and actually, and also in our master bedroom. And it just sits there. You can set it and basically forget it. It gets indirect light. Doesn't get that much. Actually, in our bedroom, doesn't get that much light at all, except in the afternoon. But you don't have to water this one or most of these, but maybe once a month. You can go maybe a little bit less than that. You can go maybe twice a month, which means every other week. They are super drought tolerant. So you don't want to overwater any of your snake plants. If you do, you're going to have some rot that'll occur, and you'll notice that some of the plants will just die back. The leaves will have some dieback. But that's the LAURENTII, and it's really cool. We love it. It's probably one of the larger ones. Ones that are similar to that is the other Sansevieria over here, the two that we have here, which looks like the parent plant, just the trifasciata. But that one is the zeylanica, which has a smaller characteristic of growth. Doesn't get the variegation, but it gets some of these little stripes on it, like the original snake plant. The snake plant, by the way, goes by different names. I knew it 25 years ago as the mother-in-law's tongue, which is not a really nice way of calling out the plant, because it has a twisted way of growing, which was what they said, that mother-in-laws would have a twisted way of talking to family members, those that they marry into. So that name has died off, but it's still you can still see when you search for it. And what was the other one? Oh, African spear. I've heard that not as common. It's more of the snake plant is the most common way of hearing it, of recognizing the plant as the general name for them. So this one is slow growing. These are all pretty much slow growing plants. No, the LAURENTII a little bit faster, but the zeylanica is slow growing, but it's cute. It's a medium-sized plant. and has a neat, interesting color green to it. Let me go through my notes. I have the BONCEL Mini here, which is like a mini version of the Cylindrica. This is the Sansevieria Cylindrica, which we just love. It looks like this ancient prehistoric plant from the dinosaur ages. And then the BONCEL Mini is just a little baby version of that. Really cool plant. Doesn't grow very fast at all. It just sort of sits there, but it's a cute little like conversation piece plant. Going back to the Cylindrica, it has this really cool way of shooting out new growth in these different angles. And it's really cool looking. It's definitely a conversation piece in our home. This one is a huge conversation piece, as is this baby, the Fernwood, which I made it kind of look like it's a grass growing in the background in my home office for my Zoom meetings. I have it in the backdrop. Fernwood is a variety. Doesn't grow tall at all, slow growing, but it actually readily will root. It'll propagate in water. A piece broke off when we got this. We actually got these at IKEA, and so if you see any of these at IKEA, the Fernwood Sansevieria, I would pick them up. I think they're around $10, and wholesalers are going to charge you probably about 12 or so at wholesale. So you get a really good deal if you can find these. And these are good. You can keep them in individual pots. You can put them on your end tables in your bedroom, so you can get that wonderful oxygen exchange at night. And now I'm deciding, I don't know which one to go with. This guy over here looks like the whale tail. And this one here is, they're both variegated. This is the black gold. And this one is the Bantel Sensation. Both of them, like have variegation like the LAURENTII. This one very similar in the LAURENTII. But if you look at the front there, doesn't it look like the whale tail, which is it's hard to come by. We don't have one of those. But it gets these very fat, thick growth coming out. Really cute. Oh, look, another baby. There's a baby coming out right here. Oh, so cute. So that one we really like because it's interesting, because it's got this bolder, wider feel to it versus this tall and more elegant. So you can see from all these plants, there's just this huge variety of they're all green, but they have some interesting variegation in yellow and tall and slender and twisted. These are a little more fat and stubby, but variegated. The Bantel Sensation has got a little creamier and white. This was rooted cuttings that we got from Fairchild Tropical Garden. They had a sale. Haven't been able to pick these up in the wholesale industry nursery down here, but scored 2 of these actually rooted cuttings from Fairchild, and we did a video on that if you'd like to check Plant Hall. But these are interesting. I haven't had a lot of experience with these growing indoors. I'm pretty sure they're going to do fine because all these do great pretty much anywhere you put them. The main takeaway is don't overwater these too much, and you can put them near some sunlight, but I wouldn't suggest that. I'd just say bright light to low light. They actually do fine in low light. They don't grow as fast, but propagating these is pretty easy. Like I said, this is a rooted cutting, and there's even here in the Fernwood, you can see some of the pieces coming up, these little carrots, and those are pieces that you can just pull and separate from the parent plant, and you put it in soil, or even like I said, where the piece that broke off, we put it in water and it actually rooted. So we're going to have another baby. So they're pretty easy to root from the base. Even the LAURENTII here, down here, hope you guys can see that from the camera. That one can be separated because it's far enough away from the mother plant. You can just go in there with a little trowel and separate the plant. And like I said, it'll have this little carrot-like piece that it grows from, and you can just replant it and have another baby. But I really hope Really hope you enjoyed your time with us. These are great plants, like I said, for improving your indoor air quality. That's a huge focus of what we have here on our Let's Grow channel that we want to talk about, and we're just thrilled that we were able to acquire these plants. We're very fortunate. We didn't think we would get this one because it wasn't available for a long time. Fernwood not been able to easily get this either, and we got very lucky with IKEA, believe it or not. It's amazing how these large big box folks can do this bulk purchase from some of these growers and get it to the public, where I can go to some places at wholesales nurseries and they don't have them, or they probably already contract growing for the big box. So when you just keep your eyes peeled when you go to Lowe's or Home Depot or even IKEA, that you can pick up some of these cool plants. And there's also, you can also go online. You know, a lot of people get stuff on Etsy and Steve's Leaves and stuff. But I'm just so glad that you stopped by. If you have any questions, just leave them in the comments box below, and I'd be happy to get back to you about them with any answers that I may have for you. The next thing we're going to do is shift over and give you the individual shots of these with the camera and the names, so you can, if you're interested, you can go out and acquire some for yourself. Again, my name's Michael. I want to thank you for joining us tonight. Bye.
We want to thank you again for joining us. And if you like what you see, please consider subscribing to our channel and let your friends and family know too.